Say shout out to the big homie, Ayo Nation. Hey, I appreciate you, big dog, for sending over the Are You Serious t-shirt, man. Say, this ain't just a shout out to the homie over at Ayo Nation. Like, this is, I'm gonna take a second to give you your proper respect. And the reason being is because I can see how you went from nothing, how you went from nothing to where you are today on your channel. If anybody watching my channel, you need to go over and watch this man's channel, because here's a fact, he is spitting the truth. I still want to plug this man's channel. This man is spitting the truth. This man is telling all you want to be hustlers, all you want to be gangsters out there, man. It ain't what it's cut out to be, man. It ain't what it's cut out to be. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. Figure out how to make it in life the legal way. Keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it, and keep doing it. And I promise you, you will have the same amount of success, if not better, than when you was out in them streets, man. Respect. Shout out to you, Ayo. Thank you, man. I appreciate you for the shirt, man. I appreciate you for the love, man. I support you, big dog. I support you, big homie. You keep doing what you're doing, man. Like salute. Look, in order to become proficient at anything, a great painter, a great doctor, a great lawyer, a great hustler, a great fighter, you have to be persistent. You have to hone your skill. You can't be lazy. You have to get up and you have to work at it every single day. Every single day. Every single day. You have to think about it all the time. You have to practice, man. You have to practice. Nobody just gets it. Nobody gets it from osmosis, man. We're humans, man. We're humans. When we came out of our mama, we were just sacks of, like, we couldn't even hold our head up. We couldn't even hold our head up. We had to learn how to hold our head up. We had to learn how to sit up. We had to learn how to crawl. We had to learn how to, everything in life, walk. We had to learn how to stand. We had to learn how to run. If you had to practice those things and understood that everything in life started from practice and learning of everything, man. That is everything. Everything you want to do. Anything you want to do, you gonna have to put the work in, man. You are gonna have to be your own disciplinary. Hard work make winners. Practice will put you in the road and strive to perfection. Anything you want to figure out, man, it's been done. It's been done. Get off your lazy ass. Google it. Google it. This ain't hard, man. This ain't hard. Then you have this perspective of, I can't do the thing I want to do because I had an interesting, I fucked up. I fucked up doing this. I fucked up here. I fucked up there. Let me tell you a secret. Who didn't have an interesting, fucked up childhood? Who didn't go through some shit? And I'm not saying that, look, man, everyone had issues. Everyone doesn't have problems. Everyone had to overcome something. Everybody had an interesting, fucked up something in their life that they had to overcome. Either it's health, either it's mental, either it's physical. It doesn't matter, man. You're only human. You're only human. No human is better than the other, man. It's just your persistence and where you plan to lay your focus at today. That's what's stifling you. What you're doing right now is what's stifling you. You can change at any moment, man. At any moment. It's a change in mentality. Start doing things correct. Start doing the correct things. Right? I'll tell you a story. I'll tell you a story real quick. Last week I showed up at Starbucks to pick up my coffee, and there's a lot of homeless people that hang out at Starbucks. A lot of people don't know this, but there's a lot of homeless individuals that hang out at Starbucks. Starbucks co-workers know this. I don't like plugging Starbucks, but here it is. But it's the truth. You know, there's a lot of homeless people that hang out at Starbucks. And when my wife and I was going into Starbucks, there was this little gentleman who stopped. He's like, hey, you know, would you support me? You know, I won the congressional, you know, art contest and, you know, for painting. And this was back in the day. He won it. And he was showing me pictures in his phone and pictures in his little folder of him winning this congressional art project. Would you, you know, allow me to draw you a picture, you know? And I said, well, you know, of course, how much you charge and what can you draw? He said, I can draw anything, anything. And I said, perfect, you know, perfect. That's fantastic. You know, that's what I'm talking about. And I said, well, draw a picture of me. And I sat in front of him. He started drawing this picture, and I was like, "Yo, that ain't none of me. I'll tell you that right now. That big lip motherfucker ain't none of me. That ain't me, dog." And he kept drawing. He kept drawing. He was like, "Yo, that nose, man. That nose is popping off the page," is what he told me. I said, "God damn it!" And so we chatting back and forth, and he finished drawing his picture of me, and I'll be like. The guy wasn't bullshit. I was happy to give him, you know, the little bit of money to draw that picture of me. But here's the crazy part. Here's the crazy part, man. I sit there and I chatted with him for about an hour. And while I was chatting with him, I can see everybody that walked by him to go into Starbucks or go into the little store the next door. And he would stop and tell them the same spiel he told me. And they will walk right by him. Because he was noticeably asking incorrectly. He was asking them wrong. And his appearance made them want to shy away. And like after about the 30th person that said no, even when I was sitting there trying to vouch for him, I was like, hey, look at this picture he just drew of me. Like, the guy's good. And folks still didn't want to fuck with him because it's all perception. This is what I told the young man. I said, how about we do this? How about we go down to the local dollar store, instead of you stopping people, you know, yelling at people, how about we just go and get you a table, you know, set you a table up, put a cloth across the table, you know, print you out, blow up you some pictures of some of the work you've done, you know, put a ribbon on the table, and let people know that you've done what you've done and you're not bullshitting, you know, you just down on your luck, but you're an expert, you're a professional at what you do, and you present yourself as a professional. It'll change folks' perspective about you real quick. And he decided to want to do it that way. And I'm assuming at this point that it will change his outcome. You know, because he changed himself. He's changed his own perspective about what he's doing. Now he's looking at what he's doing as a professional. And I'm pretty certain it's going to change his outcome. But shouts out to the little homie. And I definitely want to support him and seeing his situation, you know, for the betterment. But truthfully, all it is sometimes is you're doing the right thing, man. You're doing the right thing. You have the right perspective, but you just need to tweak it a little bit. And this is the reason why you need to collab with other people, because you can't always see this is the way I come to understand it. You can't always see yourself out of your forest. And sometimes you think that your forest is like the fucking red forest. You got these great, big, gigantic trees in your forest. When someone else look at your situation in your forest, you only got, you got fucking shrubs in your forest, homie. Your trees are shrubs when someone else look at your situation. Right? I can tell you another story. I can put myself in a story. Here's another example. I was having a meeting with a commercial banker, um, um, and he was telling me about some of these huge deals that he do, just massive size deals that he's doing, and I just had to ask him. I said, "Well, how do I go from residential to obtaining a commercial size portfolio?" And the guy, in my head, I didn't know the proper steps. This guy walked me through step by step, and he took complex thoughts, complex shit, and broke it down to very simple things. Very simple thing. First thing you need to do is go put your properties in LLCs. The second thing you need to do is come up with a balance statement. Basically, your balance statement, and then you're going to present your balance statement to the banker. When you present your balance statement to the banker, it's going to give them a comprehensive understanding of what your expenses and your incomes are, and then they can loan you $1 million, $2 million against your residential properties in order to obtain the commercial property. That way you can still hold your residential properties and hold your commercial property, and they can break the loan up across this many residential properties. I said, what? Get the fuck out of here. Is that simple? I said, yeah, banks love to loan money. He said, that's what they're in the business for. Quit kicking your own self in the nuts. That's what you got to do. Ask for help. Ask for guidance. Search for wisdom. Search for wisdom.